Hello everyone. So in this video let us have a discussion on Unit 2 of Financial Analytics and Control, and the topics that we are going to cover are SDLC, Process Automation, Business Intelligence, Data Mining, Data Analytics and Data Visualization. Moving on to the first concept under Unit 2, which is SDLC. So in Unit 1 we studied something called as Accounting Information System. Accounting Information System, to summarize, it consists of three components wherein computerized accounting, working out accounting process using digitalization or computers are nothing but accounting information system. And a continuation of those concepts is SDLC. SDLC stands for System Development Lifecycle, and it explains about the development process of accounting software. So the accounting software is nothing but the accounting information system. The software that you are gonna use it for accounting process or accounting information system. And SDLC, that is System Development Lifecycle, explains the theoretical framework of various stages in implementing AIS system. Okay, so any software that you use for accounting process, we call it accounting information system. And the development life cycle, or the theoretical understanding of the development stages of AIS, is nothing but SDLC. So SDLC is a plan, it's a detailed plan that helps you understand the life cycle of AIS. So this is system development life cycle for you. So when you develop a software for an accounting process, it involves 4 stages. The 4 stages are system planning, system designing, system testing, and system deployment. So SDLC has 4 stages. The first stage is system planning. So we all know planning is deciding in advance. So any preliminary investigation into how the accounting information system should be, and these investigations process comes under system planning. So what do we plan? We plan the time period, we plan the budget, we plan the risk involved, and moreover we plan the feasibility of the system. Okay, whether it is technically feasible or whether it is physically feasible, all these questions will be answered in the system planning. And the second stage is system designing. Once planning is all done and we know what is our requirement, we go on to design the system. So all the architectural modules of the software are clearly defined and it's evaluated. And after designing the system, yes, now the software is ready, it's been successfully developed, and it has to be tested. So under system testing stage, what happens is you will test the software for any defect, and you will report if there is any error or any defect, and it would be tracked and it would be again retested. So this is system testing. And finally, system deployment is nothing but the installation of the final system. And once it is installed, it has to be maintained and it has to be upgraded for future requirements. So this is SDLC for you. These are the stages involved in SDLC. So SDLC stands for System Development Lifecycle, and there are 4 stages in SDLC. And System Development Lifecycle is a theoretical understanding of the various stages involved in developing accounting information system. Okay, so what is the advantages of SDLC? I just told you it details you the plan that helps you in understanding the development life cycle of accounting information system or an accounting software. So it's gonna be helpful in approaching the development in a systematic approach, and there is going to be estimation of time, cost, effort, and personnel required, because we have a theoretical understanding of how the whole development is going to take place. So it helps the organization in estimating the time required, the cost required, the personnel who is required for all these operations. So SDLC gives you a clear roadmap of the process, and it helps in documentation, it helps in managing risk and uncertainties. So what are the drawbacks of SDLC? It's very expensive, it's very time consuming, and it is very less flexibility. So with this SDLC concept gets over, let's move on to the next concept, which is process automation. What is process automation? Any process which is automatic. Okay, so any process that takes the help of a software and which is an automatic software, automatic task is done with less or minimal or even no human intervention. That is process automation. Process automation, the first point, it uses software. Second point, it does the key task automatically. And the third point, it involves either minimum or less or no human intervention. Then such processes are called as process automation. So process automation is wherein software is used and automatically a key task is done or completed with less or minimal or no human intervention. Okay, when I talk about process automation, this focuses on the finance department, the accounts department. So, what are all the financial tasks that could use process automation are? So, accounts receivables, under accounts payable, under payroll process, under financial statement preparation, under tax reporting. In all these key tasks, you can use software or computer application in order to achieve process automation. The next concept that we are going to see is business intelligence. So business intelligence, it refers to a set of tools that is used by the company to analyze data for decision making. Okay, so process automation is wherein you're gonna use software in order to perform key tasks automatically, while business intelligence, it uses software in order to retrieve data, okay, in order to search a particular data and analyze a particular or a mentioned data for decision making. So business intelligence is a use of software that enables the organization for effective decision making. Okay, so generally, the business intelligence tools that are used in an organization are data warehousing, data mining, data analytics, data visualization, and data dashboards. Okay, moving on to how a business intelligence works in an organization. How a business intelligence tools are implemented in an organization. So, business intelligence could be categorized into four functions. So, first function or the first stage is data integration. The second step is data extraction. The third step is data analysis, and the fourth step is data reporting. So, how a business intelligence is worked in an organization, or I already told you, business intelligence is all about using a software in order to retrieve and analyze the data for decision making. So, how it is done? So, the first step is data sources. You have various data sources in an organization, and all these data sources will be saved in data warehouse. Okay, so the data sources, data source 1, 2, 3, 4 and data source n and infinity, all these data sources will be saved in a common place which is called as data warehouse. And data from data warehouse, what happens, we extract the relevant data using data mining. Okay, and from data mining we will perform classification, we will sort, we will retrieve, or we will mine the relevant data from the data mining in order to perform data analytics, data visualization, wherein we will get the data dashboard. So this is how a business intelligence works. Okay, so there are various sources of data that are available in an organization and that are stored in a common place called as data warehouse. From data warehouse, relevant data are extracted, and this extraction is called as data mining. You're going to mine, dig out the relevant precious data from data warehouse. So why do we mine or extract data? It's for analysis. So data analytics is done. Data analytics is like wherein you're going to analyze the data. Okay, you're going to draw conclusions on the data, and you're going to make it reportable and understandable by even a layman using data visualization and data dashboard. And this is how business intelligence tools work in an organization. Okay, so one more time, let me just tell you or brief you about the various business intelligence tools. So I told you there are various sources of data. This sources of data are electronically stored in larger amount called data warehouse. So when huge data are stored electronically by an organization, such a large amount of data are called as data warehouse. And from where it gets the source, data warehouse gets the source. The data integration happens from various data sources. So the second tool is data mining. Data mining is nothing but extracting relevant data from data warehouse. So data warehouse has huge amount of data that is stored electronically in an organization. So data mining, so we have the word mining used wherein you will dig the earth for precious metals. Okay, so similarly, from the huge larger amount of data that is electronically stored in data warehouse, we are going to mine, we are going to dig the relevant data that we need for decision making, and such process is called as data mining. And the next step is data analytics. Data analytics is wherein the very word tells you it's analyzing raw data. Okay, so how do we analyze or why do we analyze? We analyze to draw conclusions. Okay, we identify a problem in an organization, we need a solution for it, wherein we are going to analyze certain data to come up with a solution. Okay, so that's data analysis for you. And finally, what happens? The analyzed data have to be reported. And how it is reported? It is reported using data visualization. It's nothing but using of graphs, using of charts, pie charts, okay, using of diagrams in order to represent the analyzed data. This has an easy understanding of data, okay, at a glance. And finally, one more tool is data dashboards, which helps in analyzing the key performance indicators. Okay, so data dashboards helps in understanding the key performance indicators of the organization, and it's again a visualization tool that enables an easy understanding of data at a glance. So these are the business intelligence tools that are used in an organization. So elaborately, let's look on to what's data mining. So data mining, I told you, data mining is nothing but it is digging the relevant data. It is extraction of relevant data from the large quantum of data that's available in the data warehouse. So what happens? Data mining helps us in exploring, in analyzing the data in order to convert them into meaningful patterns. Okay, so you're transforming the large volume of raw data into useful output under data mining. So how it is done? It is done using classification, association, clustering, regression, and predictive analysis. These are the tools that are used in order to convert the raw data into meaningful information under data mining. So data mining uses 5 tools that helps in converting the raw data into useful information. So what's the first one? The first one is classification. You have a large quantum of data. So how do you make it meaningful? Is like classify into groups, which helps us in understanding which group it really categorized into, and it helps in understanding, in a meaningful way. The second tool is association. Association is wherein what is the association between two group of data. So okay, so how the data are connected or linked with each other. So this association tool is going to help you in giving us, the connection between the variable. Cluster is wherein grouping it into similar groups. Okay, so grouping data of similar groups in a cluster to help us understand how many belong to each such similar cluster to draw certain conclusions. Regression, we all know the extent of relationship is understood using regression, and predictive analysis is wherein it helps us in understanding the futuristic point of view of a data. So all these tools helps under data mining to convert the raw data into meaningful information. The next concept is data analytics. So data analytics, I told you the very word analytics is nothing but analyzing the data. So we are going to use statistical tools and techniques in order to analyze the data, and data analytics can be grouped into or categorized into 4 types: descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Why an analysis is being performed, based on which the reason for performing an analysis as categorized these 4 types of analysis of data. Descriptive, it helps us in understanding, the theoretical knowledge into a particular problem or a theoretical understanding into a particular scenario is descriptive. Diagnostic is like you're gonna identify the reason why it is actually done, or why it has actually why the scenario has actually been have arised. So in order to diagnose the cause for a particular scenario, we use diagnostic. Predicting the future, it's like you're gonna try analyzing the futuristic point of view of a particular scenario. And prescriptive is gonna give you certain solution. Okay, so prescriptive, doctors generally give prescription, right? So prescriptive is like a solution to a particular problem. The data is gonna be used in order to prescribe a solution to a given scenario. So these are the 4 type of analytics that is done under data analytics. First one, descriptive, which gives you theoretical understanding of what is a problem is. Okay, and diagnostic, it's gonna help you what is the cause for the problem. Predictive is going to help you what's going to happen in near future regarding a particular scenario. And prescriptive, it's going to help you in understanding the related solution that is probably could be done in order to overcome the problem. So these are the 4 types of data analytics. And finally, the concept that we are going to have is data visualization. I already told you data visualization helps in effective way of data reporting. Okay, so what have we done? We have identified various sources of data. We have stored the large quantum of data in electronically called as data warehouse. From data warehouse, we have extracted data using data mining, and from data mining we have analyzed the data using data analytics, and after analyzing it has to be reported. So data reporting could be done either using data visualization or data dashboards, and data visualization is nothing but reporting the data, presenting the data in the most effective way using graphs, charts, infographics, video slides, and data dashboards also comes here under data visualization tool. And why a data has to be presented using visualization tool is that, so these tools help in easy understanding, and it is very simple to present the data. So that's the reason data visualization tools are used. So friends, in this video we have discussed about SDLC, System Development Lifecycle. So which is wherein it is going to give you a theoretical understanding on the development of accounting information system. How is software being developed for an accounting process, and what are the stages involved, and the theoretical explanation or the detailed plan is nothing but system development life cycle. And how many stages are there? There are about 4 stages that we discussed. Okay, and we also saw certain advantages and disadvantages of SDLC. Moved on to the next concept, which was process automation. So process automation, it uses software, and it uses software to perform certain key tasks in an organization automatically with minimum human intervention. So these are the keywords. And we also saw under finance department what is the scope of process automation. The next concept is business intelligence. Business intelligence is again a concept which involves software. So an organization uses software for decision making. So that's business intelligence. Okay. So what are the business intelligence tools that we saw? The business intelligence tools are data warehouse and data mining. Then data we saw data mining, data warehouse, and data analytics, and finally data visualization. Next, we just saw the concepts elaborately under data mining, data analytics, and data visualization. Hope you would have had an understanding or an outline of what are all the concepts under Unit 2. Thank you.